being played on John Peel's show, was that the ultimate? Was that like, okay, we've made it, or what was the indicator that you were on the right track?
I think it was, you know, with Ultravox, we were kind of disillusioned by the music industry in the UK. It just, and quite rightly so, it seemed very repetitive. They seemed to want to only sign things that had already been successful, or things that were like things that were successful. They didn't really want to take a chance on it. So we had an A&R guy come in from America to sit in the rehearsal studio where we wrote all the material. We wrote everything together as a band. And he sat there for 3 days and watched us from walking in with an idea of me saying, I've got this line in my head, this means nothing to me, oh Vienna. And he watched that turn into the final thing over the 3-day period. The piano, the viola, the whole structure, and then didn't sign us. So it was a very odd process that we were going through at the time. But it was an exciting process for us. You know, we according to everyone outside the band, we were dead and gone. We were finished. Ultravox had the 3 albums. They'd had this 2 or 3 years of doing this, and they were never going to be seen again. And lo and behold, we get together and revitalize the entire thing. So it was an incredibly exciting period, but whether anyone would get it or not, we didn't know. So Vienna album came out. The same day, the Visage album came out. And their first singles charted on the same day. It was crazy. So 3 singles in, everyone kept saying, Vienna's got to be a single, but you have to edit it. And we said, no, what do you edit? What do you cut out? The intros, it sets it up. You cut out the viola solo, that's kind of important, you know, or the end, the big climax, you can't cut that out. So we just said to the record label, get the same people who edited, you know, Hey Jude and, you know, Wuthering Heights and, you know, Bohemian Rhapsody. And they said, but they weren't edited. Said, precisely. Never. So when that came out, it was incredibly fortunate that someone picked up on it. It could have disappeared, never been heard. And that changed everything.
So it was like Blur versus Oasis, between between Visage and Ultravox. That's kind of fun.
It was really odd. It was a really odd thing. I remember I was in the rehearsal studio, working with Ultravox, about to go on tour, and our manager turned up, which was odd in itself. Managers don't turn up to rehearsal studios because they're usually horrible places. And he turned up with 2 magnums of champagne and said, you've got 2 albums in the charts and you've got 2 singles in the charts. Wow, how it changes.